We'll be speaking on artificial intelligence and machine learning opportunities and challenges. Ahmad Rushdie is a multi-information technology professional with more than 20 years of extensive experiences in financial services, real estate, consulting and advisory services, and software services, Chief Information Officer, and CXO advisor in leading organizations in GCC, demonstrated success leading and fostering teams in completing major business and digital transformation programs. Please welcome Mr. Muhammad Rushdie.
Thank you. First of all, thanks a lot, really, for inviting me. First of all, really, it's a great event and speakers. Thank you for everyone staying till this moment. It's very difficult to see this number at 5 o'clock in a very difficult day. Too many great things was happening. So thank you for being here. And I believe I think everybody is here because they want to listen to something new, learn. Unless anyone here doesn't want to go back home from his wife or kids, it's a different story. Okay. So the last speaker always have a problem because many things during the day. Maybe I'm going to repeat myself sometimes, or not many people, but I will promise you, like in food, last thing is a dessert, right? It's going to be sweets. I hope that this session will be short and sweet, and you will enjoy it. We'll talk about AI and machine learning. I put you can see in every presentation we have today, we said AI machine learning, AI machine learning. It's like AI-ML. I would like also to put some highlight on what is this for the audience. I think many people here, they know it even better than me. It's very important also to discuss it. And let me ask you here, wake ourselves up. AI, from your point of view, more than 10 years old or less than 10 years old? More than 10 years, anybody can say more than 10 years? Okay, few hands. That's great. Less than 10 years, the remaining. Okay, I will not let you know about my age, but more than 20 years ago, my graduation project in Faculty of Engineering and Science in Cairo, Egypt, more than 20 years old, more than 20 years, sorry, was about AI, natural language processing in Arabic. So AI, not more than 20, is more than 40 years old, this technology. Technology was there very long time back, but it was in the universities, it was in the research. We got it nowadays, we get to know about it 10 years back only. I would say, or 15 or whatever. I remember, when you use your mobile and you go and tap nowadays, they use NFC. 2009, I went to NCR, being in financial services. I went to NCR, factories in Dublin, and then, in Ireland, and then they showed to me the NFC. We get to know it only 2016 and 17. So the technology has, a cycle. It comes very fast. Until it comes to the consumer, it does really take time. So AI is something really very old, sometimes more than some people here in the home. So, what is, AI is the big thing is AI. AI has had everything. Said, okay, technology enables a machine to simulate and mimic a human cognitive behavior. So that artificial intelligence is a technology which tries to do the same like what human is doing. But human can do one thing at a time, but tomorrow the same thing can do it differently. Why? Because he's learning. We try to manage the situation. So we come to here, what is very important here, part of AI is the machine learning. From the even definition, like most of our colleagues talk about big data and data, we have set of data, historical data. From this data, you get to know the behavior of people, the behavior of humans, what they're going to do next. And here, machine learning plays a big role. If you look at this diagram, it shows you very nicely that you have here the deep learning, machine learning, and AI. AIs have everything. NLP, natural language processing, is AI. So most of the time, the one which really make big things for us is machine learning, which is AI. Is the big picture is AI itself. So what is the opportunity which AI brings to us? Maybe this is I'm repeating myself here, but it's very important to see. Because they have some observation that will come from banking point of view. What is AI really in practicality today on the market today? First of all, everybody would like to make money, revenue. We wanted to, every In every business today, you want to make your revenue better, profit is bottom line is better, and so on. So making money or better profit and so on, results is the first thing all CEOs wanted to do. It's numbers. Using technology and AI helps big time. I'm going to see now, I'm going to give you my comment as well from financial services, what's going on in this area. The second one here is efficiency improvement. We have lots of redundancies. Some people today talk about RPA, they mentioned it. Use RPA, take maybe it's very fast to do some cycles which does take time to be very fast. But RPA is not really an AI, but I'm saying it's something easy for you to understand. So you remove redundancies here. So efficiency becomes very important in any businesses. The third one, which is widely used, is risk mitigation. And I've been in the market for a long time. Most of AI use cases was around this one. Risk mitigation, fraud management, online fraud management. You go and use your card, suddenly your card is not working in some of the countries. Sometimes you get a call from the call center of a bank telling you, okay, where are you sir? We find something's happening in your card. Why? We have an engine here which uses data, know where you are. If you do a transaction in Riyadh, the same transaction sometimes in Dubai, for example, physical or whatever, there is something wrong happening. All of these are algorithm logics. So most organizations in the beginning use AI for risk mitigation. And all what we're looking for as companies, corporates, and so on is this one, customer experience. You want to delight your customer. You want to use technology to delight your customer. So you can use all of these to come to the end, which is customer experience. Imagine when you are opening your iPhone or your phone today, what you use to use your face recognition. It's an AI engine. The engine behind it. You don't want again to go and type all the numbers. I use something called UEBAS in UAE to sign my documents. It's allowed, you can sign your any document, like I even go to the court using this one. Immediately I sign on with the same ID, it goes to the app, oh look at my face, yes, done. I don't put any number, خلاص, it's signed. So you can see the customer experience is the optimum for any organization, and AI machine learning is something great because you replace human, even you can take some action which human can do. You don't want to go and do it by yourself manually. So the customer experience is the ultimate goal which you are looking for. But the good news here is what's in it for us. This is an interesting report came last week from BWC, and really it's a great thing, and it comes at the right time. See, for Middle East, we have 320 billion US dollar potential impact for AI in the Middle East by 2030. Look at the figure. How much is Saudi Arabia? We have it here 12.4 of GDP. Saudi will come from AI. It's a big time, 12.4. And look at the number. 135, which almost near to 50% of this will come here from here, which shows how your vision 2030 is going, how the use of technology is happening here. UAE is 14% from GDP, but the number is less. So Saudi, UAE, Saudi, and Egypt, and other GCC countries. So the great things happening here is the good use for technology, especially AI, machine learning, and everything around it. When you talk to a bank, you have a chatbot talking to you, chatbot replying to you, and all of this happening. It's all machine learning and AI. But where is the challenges? There is many, by the way. We always talk the great things. I think most of us talking this morning and every day always like to talk about the great stuff. But behind this one, there is difficulty. There is lots of risks behind it. I'm part of a paper we're doing with Arab Monetary Fund. I'm very proud honor to be part of the FinTech group in AMF. And we have a paper called AI in Financial Services and co-authoring this paper. And part of this, the paper will come here at the end as well. The big challenge is here because we are in a project management forum, what to talk about the use case and business case. Very important nowadays because of the hype of technology, people try to fit, their business into technology. This is a blockchain hype, it's a blockchain project. Nothing called blockchain project. There is an AI project, nothing called AI project. The project is a business project, which means you have to fit technology into your business. Use case, see if that AI machine learning will help you here or not. It doesn't mean that technology is great in a bank or a company or in a case, it will help you here as well. Selecting the use case and business case is very important. We could see that many projects are failing. Sometimes because even the case is not the right case. We have seen in the blockchain example, many projects went in the blockchain because it was wow. But it doesn't, why you're putting it there? Why need AI project? You have to know that the tools you need a prediction, you have the right data, all of this you need to decide on it. So it's a very important, the business case, use case. In our paper also, we're gonna mention this one and some resources or references for it. The next one here is talent. I think with talent's budget, timeline expectation. I think we have a great, workshop yesterday with Dr. Lamia talking about the sphere of belief, the digital economy, people, talents are different today. If you talk, I have many colleagues, I'm helping many startups in fintech and proptech and others, and we cannot find resources. If you talk about AI, data scientists, all of this, people are really in a big demand. And you don't have them. You have to, everybody's competing for these resources. At the same time, what's different from an AI machine learning project from a different technology project is that here, the outcome, it doesn't come immediately. You do the model, you try it, it doesn't give you results. You go and tune it, you try it again, you do rehearsal, you do all of this till you get to the right results. But this doesn't happen always like the normal projects that you have in technology. Why? Because machine learning here, you need data, you need the right data, and so on. And then you work in the model to give you the right results. And remember, we have two use cases in a company, which is one which is, customer churn, customer who's leaving the company, why you want to leave the company. The other one, the hot deals, whose customer will want to buy from us. Just take us time till we are able to tune and manage, the model and give the results. But what will happen with the CEO? We have this AI project or whatever, no results. Yeah, because, it will take you time to think about it, but the time it takes to give a big value. You cannot just wait till everything is done. So it's a very important thing for people which is in the implementation side. We come to the next one, data quality and availability. I think we talk about big data and all. I have in the paper, in our paper, a big chapter about data and availability, quality and availability. Most legacy systems don't have the right data. Data are missing, and so on. So the data availability and quality is important. And sometimes you think having lots of data is good. But an AI model is not always good at all. You have the right data, the right quantity, the right, the harmonization of data and so on. So the data is one of the biggest important elements of of any AI machine learning project. But everything of these are based on data. We come to the last one, which is the most important one, which is, I think it will be different from what you hear today, is AI ethics. And what's AI ethics? Or ethics of AI? Today we are saying that AI machine learning, you are imitating human, you are mimicking human behavior. Human behavior could be good and bad. Human behavior, like, to try to touch on this one, bias. There are many things in the human behavior. So if you want to do it as a human behavior, the same, and you are learning from human, then the ethics should be there. AI machine learning, these technologies are double, you can use it in a good and bad. The same, you could see there is some AI function for weapons, where the weapon can hit someone in somewhere, whatever, and there is something great for sustainability. So you have the both things, both ends are there. So the AI ethics is very important, and here I will, give you some more insight on that one. I think this is the most important, I would say, screen or the slide you're going to see it here, which is a bit different from what you have seen before, I believe so. AI ethics. First thing here, non-maleficence and beneficence. That it's like human. You do no harm and maximize benefit. This is, you take a child, when you are teaching your child, you are teaching a machine. You have to do the good, don't do the bad, You have to maximize the benefits. Under this one, you have many papers, many even algorithms and so on, many stuff here in this, which is very, very important. It's a fundamental of any, any human behavior, I would say. When you bring it here to technology, you have to make sure it's being applied. But how? I think it's kind of difficult. I think scientists and people know how can be this implemented in AI machine learning. The second one, transparency, explainability, justice, fairness. This is 3 or 4, by the way, but I put them all in one. The most important one is AI bias. You hear it today, some people talk about it. As you are teaching a machine, the same way you are teaching a machine, this is the last thing. You're teaching a machine, they can be biased too. If there is all women or all men are training a machine, you could be biased for men. We have wasta in our life, for example, and you do wasta as well, sorry to say, in the machine. What about women, men? What about black, white? So the AI bias is something which is very, the lots of papers are there. Even there is some, what you can call algorithm which help to remove the bias. AI bias is one of the most important stuff you need to do. The other thing, explainability is being that you as a technology or professional should know how the algorithm reach to this result. You should understand. You cannot say, okay, it's done by algorithm, it's done by the machine. So explainability here is very, very important. Let us go to the next one. Privacy. AI means all your data machine is handling, your face recognition, everything. So privacy is the key. I think here in KSA, in Saudi, we have a privacy law came recently. UAE, we have something as well. GDPR in Europe. So privacy is very, very important when it comes to AI and machine learning. So that's what one of the most important stuff here. People even afraid to move their data is privacy issues. So the privacy need to be handled properly here when it's coming, including data as well. Let us see the number 4, responsibility and accountability. Let me ask you, now you train the machine is doing some action. If the machine does something wrong, who's going to be responsible? Now we are acting, dealing with the machine as a human, right? So if the algorithm or the machine does something is not right or something right, who will be responsible for it? Now will you say, okay, the machine done it, maybe there's something wrong? So the accountability here become a question. It's a question that's very important. Who will be accountable for machines, behavior, either good or bad? The one which everybody talk about it today, sustainability. You cannot use it, as I said, it's double sword, as I said. Sustainability is very, very important here. You have to use it in sustainability, in promoting sustainability. We have a report saying you're going to save 26 billion CO2 from 2016 to 2025 using technology, and AI is a big part of it. So each and everything here, you need to make sure you are sustainable. You are using this great technology in the right way in sustainability. Now, I think ecosystem, this paper, as I said, this part from the paper we are publishing is going to be soon, inshallah. It's a great paper. It has very big details here because 10 minutes I'm trying to do it fast. And now, we talk about, all my colleagues, everybody talk today about technology. There is something I think we need to talk about it. Ecosystem partnership. You cannot do anything unless you partner with the community. So partnership in AI, in whatever, in BMI, whatever is very important. That's why I would like to, to close with this one. If you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. And this is where we would like to go far, to do a great stuff for community, for humanity, for our nation, and so on. So I think the collaboration and ecosystem partnership is something very much required, and we have to emphasize on it later on in any other presentation. Thanks a lot, and I appreciate your being here.